Here we go, Arsenal. Can't win a game.
All right, let's go. Let's continue. A little bit of a short check because we started late, but just for the continuation of Hadlokas, Haneiros. Let's discuss today some of the Iker Chiyuvim that are negay. Like I said, eventually we've got to get to some of the main shilas that we're getting to, which is the shilah of apacha lighting and going away and stuff like that. But now we're going to get to some of the basic halachas negay to Hadlokas Haneiros. So first of all, Me'ika Adin, you have to light one candle. That's the halacha. So if you look at it, Mishabur says, look at the Lashon HaGemorah. The Lashon HaGemorah is ner, lahadlik ner. It doesn't say neiros, which means me'ika adin. All you have to light really is one. Which, by the way, very big nafkamina. What happens if a person is away for Shabbos and oivai, Hadlokas Haneiros Shabbos Kodesh? What am I going to do? I found one small tea light. Yeah, but it's not two. Halacha l'maisa me'ika adin. You're good. You lit that candle. You're 100% yotza. The chiyuv that the Gemara says to light candles. However, that being the case, that's true what the Gemara says, the Mishabur is medaik from there, very simply, but the Shulchan Aruch does bring down that the minig is to light 2 candles minimum. One for Shama and one for Zocha. Where does it come from? Look at the Beis Yosef. It comes from the Gemara in Shabbos Daf Lamed Gimel, where the Gemara in Shabbos Daf Lamed Gimel tells us about the Heilige Reb Shimon Bar Yochai that went out of the cave Erev Shabbos Kodesh, and he saw the Yid walking with 2 Adasim. One for Zocha, one for Shama. Must be Suk the Shulchan Aruch. That's the makor for the minig of people lighting 2 candles for Shabbos Kodesh from there. Now, by the way, there are many other reasons as well for lighting 2 candles. For example, the Beis Yosef brings down the Shitas HaKolboy and other Rishonim as well. But if you look at the Beis Yosef, he brings down the Kolboy, and that is that everything in Shabbos is double. For example, Lecha Mishnah. And we have Mizmer Sheh L'Yom Shabbos. So we have everything double on Shabbos Kodesh. Mimela also, when it comes to the Neiros, we also do it double as well. The Medrash also brings down another reason. He says all the punishments on Shabbos, Machala Yemos Yumas. We see in the Torah there's a double punishment, so we see everything is double on Shabbos. Mimela, we have a Neshama Yisera, an extra Neshama, loads of different reasons why we also double things as well. There's a Modig, a Ben Ish Chai, by the way. The Ben Ish Chai says Ner is Gematria 500. And a man and a woman we have in a man, an ish is Ramach is 248, a woman is 252, which equals 500. Ner, therefore times 2 is Ner, which is 500, and therefore it's a remez to both the man and the woman being Mekayim, the mitzvah on Erev Shabbos Kodesh. The Mateh Moshe brings down it's a remez to the Neshama Yisera, as we said. Now, so again, Mikadin, 1 candle. The minig seems to be that people definitely light 2. That even if you light 2 candles, if you light more than 2 candles, make sure you make a heka that the 2 are separate, Zocha and Shama. So meaning, even if you're going to be holding, for example, like the Heilige B'nai Sascha, and you're going to be lighting 36 candles on Erev Shabbos Kodesh, which was the minig of the Zayder, is the Gabba of the B'nai Sascha, so you light 36 candles on Erev Shabbos Kodesh. Even if that's going to be a minig, make sure that 2 of them have at least a heka. They're different because one is for Zocha, one is for Shama, which is why when people light, we'll talk about it in a second, when people light extra candles for the Kinderlich, so they have a heka that 2 of them, let's say, are higher and the rest of them are lower. Right, you have such a zach in that case. Now, by the way, there's all sorts of minhagim with how many candles people should light. I'm not saying anyone should take on these minhagim unless they are your minhagim. Just to be clear. So for example, there's a minig to light 7 candles. The Shlach Kodesh says because the menorah, Beis Hamikdash, 7 branches. That Rizah brings down, Mishabur brings it, that 7 days in the week. The Kaf HaChaim says because on Shabbos Kodesh, there's 7 aliyahs to the Torah, which is also by the mikveh. Also, how many dips you have to go. All right, whatever. There's also a Gevaldige Shlach Kodesh that says you should light 10 candles because of the 10 menorahs that Shlomo HaMelech made. Or the Mishnah brings because the Aseres Hadibris, and as I told you from the Heilige B'nai Sascha, that he says to light 36 candles because of the 36 hours of the Ora Gonus that was stored away by the time of Odom Avishan Ayin Sham. Now, we know that there's a minig that most people in Klal Yisrael, as far as I know, have to light an extra candle for an extra child. Right, you go into a home, you can pretty much see how many kinderlach they have, you can count the neighbors, okay, I know how many kids they have. Where does that minig come from? It's not brought down in Shulchan Aruch that to light an extra candle for every child. So I found it brought down in the Likutei Ma'arich. The Likutei Ma'arich brings down the minig, and he says like this: since the Gemara says Haragul Meneh having abundant Talmidei Chachamim, Mimela, for each child that's born, I want to add an extra candle as Chavivas HaMitzvah, and that's the reason that he says the Kutim Marich, to add an extra candle for each child that you have in your family. Rav Menashe Klein Zatzal, the Mishnah Hadlokas, and Chelik Zayin brings down another pshat, very interesting pshat. He says like this: we know the halacha is that if a person forgets to light Neiros Shabbos, and again, this is unfortunately very negeya. This is very negay. I tell you when the shaylas come in very often, on a 3-day yontif. When you have a 3-day yontif, and you have the second day yontif that goes into Shabbos Kodesh, so sometimes the woman's not thinking, or maybe she went for a rest in the afternoon, by the time she woke up it got dark, and Memela now at Shabbos Kodesh she forgot to light. Very common shaylas of women forgetting to light. The halacha is, and again, I'm not going now through that halacha. You have to ask a local Orthodox rabbi if that's negay to you. But al kaponim, if you forget to light candles, you have to add an extra candle. It's a knas. Chazal made a knas that if you forget to light candles, you have to add an extra candle. Zukdu Menashe Klein Zatzal. He says like this. He says a woman gave birth. Generally, she was in hospital the first Shabbos. She didn't have time, she didn't have the ability, she forgot, she was busy, she didn't have koyach, whatever it is to light. Mimela, the first Shabbos, she always forgot to light candles. If she forgot to light candles, the next week she had an extra candle, and that happens after each child. Mimela, Rav Menashe Klein brings down a Mishnah Hadlokas, look it up, Chelik Zayin Simon Lamed. He brings down, in that case over there, he brings a bunch of different reasons why maybe that's not the case, but I'll upon him that we're not going into at this moment of time. Right? Just to finish off with the din kedima, the Rambam, and we paskin this way, the Shulchan Aruch paskin this way, both men and women are chayiv to light Hadlokas Neiros Shabbos Kodesh. However, a woman has kedima. That means even if the husband wants to light, then he has kedima. Now the question really is, first of all, why is it that a woman has kedima? Like, what's the pshat that a woman has this mitzvah more than a man? Again, it's a chiyuv, als koved Shabbos, als oinik Shabbos, als shalo yikashal, als shalom beso. As we said yesterday, the reasons for Hadlokas and Haneiros apply both to a man and both to a woman. It's not like the reason applies to a woman more than a man. So what's the pshat that a woman has more of has a kedima, not more of a chiyuv, she has a kedima, she gets, so to speak, first dibs on the mitzvah in that case. So there's a few different reasons why. Shulchan Aruch brings, the Shulchan Aruch Harav, the Halig Balatanya also says, that it says because women are always at home, they're oisik in Inyone Bayis, they're onion in the Gashmias. Memela, since they're always home, it was given over more to them, right, Matis? Because they're always there. Memela, if they're always there, they're involved much more. So the Shulchan Aruch, right? It's also brought down, again, the Gemara in Shabbos Lamed Aleph on the base brings down this reason. Also, Magen Avraham brings down that Chava caused Adam to die and extinguishing the Neiroi Shel Olam. Memela, she was given this mitzvah as Kedima, as a kapara for what she did to Adam Arish. There's a Murdik in Meiri on that. How does it work? Okay, I'm not going to go through it now because it's late. We started late. By the way, the nafkamina in these two reasons would be is what happens if the wife is not home. The wife went away for Shabbos, or she's in hospital for Shabbos after giving birth, or whatever it is, and the husband is home with his children. So now the shaila is a very common shaila. Who should light Neiros Shabbos? Should the husband light because the wife is not there, or he has an older daughter? He has an older daughter, she's over bas mitzvah, maybe she should light. So if the reason is the first reason that we said, they're always in the home, according to that case, in a Hanami, then it could be that, then the husband should light because he's at home right now, he's dealing with the whole thing. But if the Neiros Shel Olam, if it weren't else the women who caused what happened to Adam Arishan, so maybe Taka, the daughter should light. So it's a shayla in the poskim what to do in such a case. The Debet Sinirov and Ben Moshe brings down in Chelik Hay that if the wife is away, then the Maisa, the husband, takes precedence over the older daughters. Even though there are older daughters there, the husband is there, so the Debet Sinirov, he's the one who has to light. Rav Elyashiv Zatzal was cholik on that. He said, no, Avada, the mitzvah was given over to women, and Avada, the older daughter, if she's old enough, should light in that case over there. Rabbi Sai, there's a lot more to do. We have a short amount of time today. So Be'ez Hashem, next week we're going to continue and go to the sugya of, number one, where to light, where's the most appropriate place to light, and what are the problems in a hotel, and of course going back to the Bachrim Shaila of what do we do when we go away for Shabbos and in Yeshiva. Join us. Have a wonderful day.